Hey everyone, I'm Slide and I'm here with D. And today we're gonna make a prediction video. Who we got between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Now D, I've been going back and forth on this one, man. And I'll let you start it off, man, because this is gonna be a great fight.
So the fight against Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, the person I think is going to win, I'm going with Amanda Serrano. I just think that she has the most experience. She has over 42 fights, 30 KOs, and she's had the tougher opponents. And even like the people who are in her division, like the Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, they all give this girl freaking credit. And they know that she's a badass Latina. And so that's why I give her, and she's also had similar opponents. Her and Katie Taylor, they both went against, Miriam Gutierrez. And you could just see that fight, with Katie Taylor after that fight. Miriam, she was a little bit bruised up, but when, Amanda Serrano fought her and the undercard of Jake Paul's fight, oh my gosh, her face just looked like a freaking balloon. And like her eyes are just all like bloodshot. Like she got her freaking ass kicked. She took over 300 punches to the face. And one thing I do like about both fighters, so with Katie Taylor, she has a very nice jab. She's very fast, and she likes to just outbox her opponents. Kind of like a mini little like Tyson Fury in a way, She just likes to just jab, 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 move around in angles, and then just throw combinations. Amanda Serrano's more of like a scrap fighter. She can also throw jabs and box, but she loves the fight in the inside, and she loves just going toe to toe with the opponents. I think early on in the fight, my prediction is Katie Taylor's gonna try to push her back. She's gonna use her jab. She's gonna move around, but I have a feeling that Amanda Serrano is gonna slowly break her down. She's gonna find a way to get in the inside. She's gonna attack the body, and then just like with Gutierrez, she's gonna just like slowly chop her down.
Yeah, with me it was hard like going back and forth, because one thing I don't like is when people go up in weight classes and it doesn't work out. It only works out for a few people, like Canelo Alvarez, every time he goes up in weight classes, like, oh shit, what's he doing, dude? And then he freaking wins. He knocks out Kovalov and stuff like that, dude. But then I always see it most of the time where guys go up in weight classes like Mikey Garcia and just gets freaking absolutely whipped, just destroyed. So I was like really apprehensive about picking Amanda Serrano. But having said that, I think Amanda Serrano, man, she's special, man. The way she's able to use her combination, she's just a pure boxer. Even though Katie Taylor, she's amazing too. They're kind of, I think, little like mirror images of each other. They both have great combos.
Yeah.
They're both in and out. But honestly, I think they're the same height, right? I believe
They're both the same height, and Katie Taylor, she's orthodox. Amanda Serrano, she's a southpaw, but she could do both. She could go orthodox and southpaw.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah,
that's
so
like
she
a
can
Bud
switch
Crawford,
it up.
yeah.
Yup. And so she can switch it up, and then so that's why I like her. And then one of the fights that really stood out to me was actually, it was funny because it was under a Jake Paul fight, but when she went against that girl, Mercado, who's a Mexican fighter. One thing I love about that is that she was able to adapt because they were like talking all that shit, how Amanda was just gonna run away and outbox, and then Amanda actually stayed inside and then freaking just went to the body, and she's like, let's go, like I thought you were a Mexican, you're not a warrior. And then so she just freaking just started beating the crap out of that girl, and that girl just started running the whole fight.
I didn't like her coach, man.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like, yeah,
that was trash. He got suspended.
Yeah, he got suspended. So I don't condone that. But what I meant was like kind of like a Bud Crawford, like she could like adapt to different styles.
Yeah.
She could box, she could fight in the inside, and so that's why I think she could just she's gonna win, because she's able to adapt to different scenarios, and she has the fight experience.
Yeah.
Like she's out of over 40 fights, and where she's only had 20 fights, but really if you look at her record, it's only like 5 out of those like 20 fights where it was actually people with winning records.
So yeah, like I think, Amanda Serrano, I gotta give it to her, because she just has that athletic background, like she freaking went to the MMA and beat the crap out of the MMA fighters. Like she's like freaking like, people like to say Clarissa Shields, she's the GOAT, whatever. That's BS, dude. Amanda Serrano right now, I believe, is the pound for pound #1 women's boxer in the world right now, and she's proven it. This fight is right here will solidify it if she ends up winning against Katie Taylor, because this is a tough fight, man. I'm telling you, like, don't underestimate Katie Taylor because her combos are just insane too. But if there's one chick that could do it, I think it's Amanda Serrano.
And going, could you touch on Clarissa Shields? So I'm not the biggest fan of Clarissa Shields, but even she said it, and I agree with her. So the difference is Katie Taylor, she's like very speed and fast, but her punches, you know, if we're going like a scale of 1 through 100, I would say they're probably about like 60%. She doesn't throw with crazy amount of power. It's all just like speed and accuracy. When Amanda Serrano throws, she's throwing with freaking power. And this girl, I'm telling you, she doesn't even have a freaking cell phone. Like, she just, like, is boxing 24/7. She wants to talk about boxing. She wants to work out boxing. Boxing is 24/7 in her mind. And with her, with every freaking punch she throws, it comes with power. And her cardio endurance is freaking crazy through the roof.
Yeah.
For all 12 rounds, she'll just keep freaking throwing and nonstop.
And yeah, she doesn't get tired. Like, watching those fights, like the undercards, Jake Paul, you know, she just keeps going. The last round, she's just like, I was like, dude, is this the first round or is it it's the last round? And yeah, like, you're right. She's 100. Our cardio is insane. Like, she doesn't get tired. And I think at the end, I think it may come down to the later rounds. And it's going to be who has the endurance, who has the extra heart, who's been training a little bit more. And I just got to go with Amanda.
And just talk about another fight real quick. So there was like a UK fight over the weekend. And it was Colin versus Elijah Woods.
Elijah Woods.
So when Colin got the first round knockout, he thought he had won in the first round. And then second round, he actually gassed himself out. A lot played into that fight. But then in the 12th round, Colin got knocked out. Going into this fight, I saw with the last fight when she went against Miriam. And the first round, she almost had her knocked out. But what Miriam did was she just kept holding on for dear life. And what Amanda Serrano, what I saw her do and adapt, she didn't gas herself out. She knows how to use her cardio endurance to where it'll last the full 12 rounds. She knows when to throw and when to preserve her energy. A lot of fighters do not know how to do that. When they get that first knockdown or when they know they hurt somebody, they just unload and they try to go for that kill.
Gas out.
You gotta set up the shots. You gotta like throw in some jabs, see an opening, hit the body a couple times. And then once you see that freaking opening, then you attack it. If you just go in like a madman, like Deontay Wilder.
Anthony Joshua did that against Ruiz.
Exactly.
He had the fight won.
He had the fight won and he just went for the kill and then he ended up getting tagged. And so that's where I've seen like Amanda Serrano. She is her fight IQ is very high and that she doesn't get enough credit for.
Yeah, man. It should be a great fight, man. I just can't wait. Like, this fight right here, whoever wins this fight's probably gonna be pound for pound number one, no question about it, right? Like, the women, no question about it. It should be a great fight. Like I said, I think they're both mirror images almost of each other, but something about Amanda Serrano, I think it's gonna be a close fight. I think in the end she pulls it out though. Somehow, some way, she's gonna take this fight.
And whoever wins, I just hope they beat Clarissa Shields.
Oh, well, Clarissa Shields, she's way bigger, I think, than these four.
Yeah, but
she's honestly, she is over. Like, dude, like, I don't. That's another video, man. I don't want to. I will swear I'll talk for 10 more minutes about that. All right, guys, that's what we got, man. Let us know who you got in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.